Traci Fant.
All right, shout out to Kobe Beast for that hot intro and welcome to Real Talk with Traci Fant. Today's show is going to be epic. Live in the studio we have GIOVANNA GEATHERS, Minister ANTOINE Payton and Antonio HAILSTOck, SHONDA Norman, Jerry Adams, and Justin MYRICK. What's up, Julie? I'm sorry, my throat, man.
What's up, Traci?
I'm catching some kind of cold or something. You got something going on.
That's not good. You got to get that taken care of.
I know, because you remember a couple of weeks ago I picked on you?
Yes. I guess I didn't know my powers worked like that. I was able to reverse it back.
You put that voodoo on me. Ain't nothing go good for you until you do right by me.
That's right.
Oh my God. I mean, it just caught me like, well, I felt it earlier though on the way here, but I wanted to talk to you about the march. What did you think?
Oh man, the march was awesome. I had talked to you previously about it. I didn't realize how many people was behind us, but when we got down in front of City Hall and I saw all those people, it was so hard to hold those tears back.
It was a phenomenal day in history for Greenville. Salute to Selma, and I would truly appreciate everyone for coming out and showing love and support. It was an awesome turnout, but leading up to it, it was a lot going on behind the scenes, and man, we had a lot of meetings and everything. So I appreciate the committee, the security team, the city of Greenville, everybody that had something to do with it, because without everyone, it wouldn't have never happened.
Right.
So, once again, like I say, it was phenomenal, and I can't wait till the next one.
Oh, I know. I mean, we got to do it bigger and better this time.
It will be. Everybody asks me, you going to do something in the summertime? I'm like, no, we need to do more than just march and rally and protest. We need to really get into the minds of these young people, to stop the violence movement. It's not only for us to stage marches and rallies, but it's also for us to get into the mindset and change the mindset. I talked to a young lady the other day and I asked her, I said, what is it about these young people killing each other? I mean, what's going on? And she said, well, it's all about respect. And I said, respect? I'm like, respect for who? She said, well, the person that does the killing, they want respect. They want respect from the hood. They want to show that they're the man or the woman or whatever. And I was like, I mean, I'll respect you more if you get a job.
That's right.
Work a 9 to 5. Take care of your kids. Go to church.
Right.
Or stay at home and be inside or do whatever, but don't go outside and kill somebody because you want respect.
Yes, I can't believe that's the mindset.
Well, that's what she told me. She said, well, that was one of a few things that she said, but she said also fear. A lot of people are afraid. I said, well, if you're afraid, stay in the house.
I mean, back in the day, we took, we would fight and it was all good.
Yeah.
And if we got beat up, then we go back again another day and be ready again.
Yeah, or either you just say, you know what?
Take a loss.
I took a loss, but nowadays, either they jumping somebody or they killing somebody. And they want it all on video. They want to capture everything so they can be on World Star or whatever, And the internet, it has its good points, but it's really ruining our next generation.
Yeah, did you see those kids up in New York that was fighting at McDonald's?
Oh yeah.
And nobody stopped to try to break it up.
Not even the grown-ups. Everybody had out the cameras. Everybody was trying to get the video and record it and be the first one to upload it. And I think it's a terrible thing. And so, we really, really need to not only pray about it, we need to pray over our kids, pray over our youth. And get the message to them that, like I told them yesterday when I spoke at Alex Payton's funeral, may he rest in peace, death is final. That's it. You don't get another life like a video game. That's it. And so enough with all the T-shirts with the faces on them and the candlelight visuals and the RIPs and all that stuff. When are we really going to be fed up? And another thing, when are we going to really be outraged by it?
Right.
We can show out when the police kill one of our own, but what about when we kill one? Yeah. I mean, we really need to say, you know what? I am tired. I am fed up with what's going on in my community. And it's time to take a stand. It's time to speak out. Time out for shutting the doors and pretending like it didn't happen.
Right.
Or 2 weeks later, it's another RIP, another candle. Somebody asked me when they saw the hashtag All Lives Matter, they said, well, why All Lives Matter? Why not Black Lives Matter? I said, well, I'm black first, but I mean, just like if one of my Caucasian friends was killed, I would mourn their death the same way I would mourn if one of my African American friends was killed. Nobody is of either more value than the next person.
Right.
And we need to get that message across. We need to start believing that Black Lives Matter. It needs to go beyond just being a hashtag. We need to really believe that and stop trying to convince other people that we matter. Because, see, that's what the whole deal is. They hashtag Black Lives Matter just to convince other people that we matter. We're not even convinced of that ourselves.
Exactly.
So, when are we going to turn the page and say, you know what? I matter, you matter, and we all matter. And we're all on this earth to make a difference. And hopefully that's to make a good difference. But, hey, I can talk about that kind of stuff all day, right?
You can.
I got a fabulous guest up in here. And without further ado, Julie, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's start the show.
Turn it up for me.
Max Arsenal.
All right. Yeah. You make me feel good now. Yes, you do, girl. Listen. Got my bottle and my guitar too. Going to the club, see what I can do. I feel so good. I wanna rock all night long. Rock you, girl. Find me a girl and sing her favorite song right now. Things gonna be a little different this time. Come on, girl, let me pour you some wine. I wanna know, baby, give me rock, girl, yeah, Lord. I wanna rock you, baby, yeah. I wanna rock you, yes I do now. Listen.
All right, that song was Rock You by Jerry Adams, and he's in the studio today also. His interview is coming up. But first, I have the lovely Miss GIOVANNA GEATHERS, and she's CEO of Touchtone Counseling, Coaching, and Training. What's up, GIOVANNA? Am I pronouncing your name right?
You are. Thank you.
How are you?
Traci. I'm good.
That's
How are
great.
you?
That's great. So, Touchtone Counseling, what is it all about?
Well, Touchstone basically provides licensed mental, emotional, and behavioral health services to children, teenagers, families, couples, and as well as individual adults.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so, how did you get started with it?
Well, I always say that I think I was born to do what I do. I've tried other things, and really, it just wasn't my calling. I feel like what I do is my calling. So even though I've tried to do other things, I just couldn't get away from it. But I went to school. I went to the University of South Carolina, got a degree, graduated, was planning to go to law school, got out of school, got my first job at a group home working with sexually abused teenagers, and I haven't looked back. I've been doing this type of work ever since.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, with your line of work, I know you said you were working at a group home. Do you feel that the kids open up to you and and like to discuss stuff easily, or do you gotta kind of have to break down the wall and get them to talk?
It kind of depends. I think sometimes young people naturally sort of have this resistance sometimes towards adults, because a lot of times with adults, they feel judged a lot of times and misunderstood. But as far as with me, I don't know. I try to keep it real. I try to, be very practical in my approach, very down to earth. And so I kind of disarm them immediately because of the way that I am. I'm very easy to talk to, unjudgmental, but I'm also firm when I need to be firm as well. So it just depends on what they've been used to as to how easily they open up.
Wow, that's great. And, a lot of people, especially African Americans, we're very standoffish when it comes to going to counselors.
Yes, we are.
We're all about pray about it, pray about it, pray
Yes.
about it. I watch Empire. One thing that I like about Empire is that they spotlight a lot of things that we go through.
Yes.
And last week, for the past 2 weeks, they've been talking about mental illness. And the reaction from his dad is a real reaction, like, don't call my child mentally ill. But that really happens. That really happens. So
It does.
what do you do when you come in contact with someone who feels like, I need counseling, but I'm in denial. I don't think I need counseling, but I'm gonna talk to you anyway.
Right. I think a lot of it is just the stigma that society in general has towards counseling. Now, I will say, Caucasian, they are more likely to get counseling if they need it. Counseling sometimes can be seen as a preventative measure, not just as a final, sort of a final step. For instance, if the doctor tells you to lose 20 pounds, you see a lot of times African Americans walking at the park, going to the gym. We don't do a lot in my opinion, as far as preventative measures. And counseling sometimes is the same way. if you are finding that you're starting to be overwhelmed by life, easily stressed out, easily frustrated, and it's affecting your marriage, it's affecting your grades at school, it's affecting your friendships, your relationships, then it might be time to talk some things out. The problem is that so often we hear that word mental and we immediately want to back away from it because we think of where mental health was probably 50, 70 years ago when we locked people away in insane asylums and you saw people walking around with straitjackets on and that kind of thing. It's very different today. Now, a mental illness, certainly there are serious mental illnesses out there, but a lot of people I treat really are just kind of going through life changes. You know, it might be an adult whose children have moved out and so they're sort of dealing with empty nest issues. It might be, again, a married couple who are just having communication difficulties, or it might be a teenager who's being bullied or who's feeling left out, and so they start exhibiting behavioral issues. So we got to kind of get over our fear of that word mental, because if you're suffering in any area and your life is not going the way that you want to, you owe it to yourself to do everything necessary to make sure that you're able to live a full, productive life. And I don't care who's going to laugh or say something about it. You owe it to you, because as you said earlier, you only get one life. This is not a dress rehearsal. Every single day we wake up, we're already on stage performing. So you got to make the best of that. And you can't allow anything to hang so heavy around your neck that you're not going to go out there and take full advantage of what life has to offer.
You know, that's awesome. I think that you touched on, man, everything I was going to ask, basically. And, you know, so when somebody gets in contact with you, do you have a team? Is there a team of people that they can, you know, talk to? And is everything confidential? Like, how do you go about doing things?
Legally, everything I do has to be confidential by the state of South Carolina. And what I like to tell people, because sometimes every now and then someone I know, not know well, because we have ethical boundaries that we have to stay within, but sometimes someone may come in or contact me that I sort of know. Maybe I know them off of Facebook, or I just know them casually. And what I like to tell them is that I have three priorities. Number one is my integrity and how I look and stand before God. That means much more to me than telling somebody's business anytime. Secondly is my commitment to me and who I am as an individual. I know that when people come into my office, they pretty much have to get undressed emotionally, spiritually, mentally. They have to take their clothes off. They have to allow themselves to be vulnerable in front of me. And to me, I count that as a privilege that God has placed me in a position to be able to do that. Third is the state of South Carolina. Legally, I can't tell any of your business. I can't even tell someone that you're coming to me for therapy. If you haven't signed a release form to say that that person can get information, they can call me and say, hey, is so-and-so there? And I can't even answer that question. So you definitely have confidentiality. Of course, there are some limits, which we go over initially, but for the most part, you can rest assured that if you're seeing a good counselor who's got good ethical values, you don't ever have to worry about your business being put out there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. A few months ago, Jeff and I, my husband and I, we went to counseling, marriage counseling, just because we just felt like, you know, we've been married 9 years, we've been together 12, and it just felt good just to talk to someone about our issues that we were having. And we weren't having any major issues, but it got to the point where the little issues started being bothersome. You know what I'm saying? It was like things were blowing up bigger than what they had to. And so, you know, I was just like, you know, let's go and talk to someone. And we didn't go to a pastor. We actually went to a counselor. You know, someone that we didn't know and didn't know us well. I mean, she knew me, you know, from beauty and all that stuff. But still, she, you know, I felt very comfortable because, like you said, she explained to me, you know, I know what your status is in the community and everything, but whatever we talk about is here between us. And, you know, like I said, it wasn't a big deal, but it was great to know that we could just let everything out on the table because, like you said, when you go to a counselor, you do expose everything, you know, if you're transparent.
Exactly.
I'm a very transparent person. I don't have a problem with telling people that, hey, you know, we had some issues in our marriage, but, you know, we worked together to resolve them before they got to the point where, you know, we were saying, you know what, this isn't going to work.
Right.
So I think counseling is an amazing thing, and I think that counselors are amazing people. It's an amazing gift from God.
It is.
You know, when you can sit there and you can listen to people, because a lot of us, we're okay listeners, but I'm a better talker, you know what I'm saying, than a listener. And so for you to be able to sit there and just every day, all day, and not even carry it around with you. I mean,
No, I don't.
that's a great thing. So how can someone get in touch with you if they want your counseling services?
Well, we have a Facebook page. Touchstone Counseling, Coaching, and Training does have a Facebook page. And then I myself, Giovanna Burgess Githers, I have a Facebook page as well. Or you can call my office, 864-451-2258. Again, that's 864-451-2258. And one thing I do want to mention as well, I do accept insurance. A lot of times people don't seek counseling out because of the financial commitment, but licensed counselors, we are able to accept insurance as well as South Carolina Medicaid.
Wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Giovanna, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on the show.
I had fun.
Please send me some information so that I can put it on our website and everything, because I really want people to be able to get in touch with you. I think that it's a phenomenal thing you're doing for the community.
Thank you.
But hey, on this show we give shout outs. So go ahead and give us those shout outs.
Well, I would love to shout out my husband. He better be listening or he knows what's good for him. Jerome Gathers. He definitely just, supports me 1,000% and allows me to be able to do what I do. Also to my two children, Morgan and Jordan, love them with all my heart. Two of the greatest things I've done in my life are get married and have children. And also my family, my mom, Corrine Burgess. Without her, there would be no me. My sister and my friends, and just really everybody who stands in support of me, I appreciate. And the clients who come to me and refer their family members, friends, and colleagues to me as well. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know I was going to get to do that.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And thank you for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant.
Thank you.
And that's Real Talk.
All right.
Okay, now we have Mr. Antoine Paden and Mr. Antonio HAILSTOCK. They are with, they're going to talk to us today about Bodybuilders for Christ, building a body for Christ.
All right, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, Traci?
Oh, y'all both got them little Barry White voices. What's happening, Captain? I thought Antoine was the only one that had that.
Oh, no, we brothers, so it's in the blood.
That's what's up. All right, then. Antoine, I told Antoine a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, man, you're a little too young to be toting around that little deep voice you got.
Come on now. Come on.
But that's what's up. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about Bodybuilders for Christ.
Initially, it was it's just an outreach ministry, and I feel as though it's something that God laid on my heart through some times of tragedy, which would actually caused me to call out to God and change my life. And through that tragedy, me and my brother hadn't talked in a while, and it wasn't because we had fallen out or anything. It was just life. We split apart and grew up in different homes because of course we're half brothers. But through that, we were able to reconnect, and I've been kind of searching what my purpose is. And, I feel as though it's something that God has laid on my heart to be able to reach back out to guys like myself. I was a college graduate, but I still came home and got caught back up in the streets. Just running around and through being saved and changing my life, you realize that there's more to you being saved than just your salvation. To be able to reach out to guys our age, whether they're lost in the streets and don't think it's another way, or to guys our age or maybe a little older or younger, whether it's through mentoring or through just helping people through that walk.
Wow, I think that's an awesome thing. Trey, give him some applause for that. He did good. His little Barry White voice, you know what I'm saying? Got it on up. Antoine, you're a minister. We talk all the time. I had the pleasure of knowing each other for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Probably 2 years, right?
Going on 2 years.
Yeah. And very pleasant guy. When he told me about you and the things you were doing, I really wanted you guys to come in here. The recent loss of your brother, I'm glad you were able to make it, but I'm sorry for the loss of your brother again. But glad to have the opportunity to know your family, and that what you're doing is not just talking, just from knowing your mom and Antoine and meeting you, you know what I'm saying? And just knowing that what you're doing right now, like you say, is going to plant seeds and need in our community. based on the fact of what happened to your brother, that tragedy.
Right.
You know, what if that young man or that older dude, what if he had somebody to mentor him?
Oh, man, you
know,
said a mouthful right
to lead him in the right direction. So you take tragedy and you turn it into triumph. And that's what I do with my organization as well. You know, a lot of people don't know my behind the scenes story, but it's a lot of things that go on that make you say, you know what, it's time to make a change. It's time to make a difference. So Antoine, what do you think about the program?
I think it's an excellent opportunity. Just like you said, the church, man, we need to get outside the walls. Because people be so closed in, and we need to go out to the people. You know, instead of trying to invite people inside the church, we need to go to the people and meet them where they're at. And that's exactly how it was in the New Testament. You know, they wouldn't ask nobody coming to the synagogue or whatnot. They was meeting their needs wherever they was located at. And I think it's a beautiful opportunity. And what is helping people find jobs, and I know you post a whole lot of job postings, and that's what this mental thing is all about, especially with these young people, because they feel like, you know, I just got out, I got a record now, I don't have, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna get a job, so I'm gonna do what I'm used to doing. Right. But it's bigger than that, and we just here to shed the light on that.
And it's sad because so many young people have felonies. You know, I didn't realize until I started doing what I was doing in the community that so many 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and the system will trap you. You know what I'm saying? You get locked in real quick.
Definitely.
And it's hard to get out. So what does your program offer?
What we do, pretty much we're just getting off the ground, but definitely our goal and what we're pushing for, we just want to be unconventional. Like Antoine said, to get outside the four walls of the church. And don't get us wrong, the stereotypical of what a church is. You know, when people get to thinking about church, you get to think about your grandmother and your grandfathers and your great-grandmothers. And for them to realize, you know, the way I'm sitting here dressed in front of you is who I am. It doesn't dictate to who God has created me to be within the inside. So what we want to do is, you know, how can we go out and ask a guy to quit hustling and quit trying to, if he looks at as that of a means of providing, if we can't help them in some kind of way. You know, you get so many people say, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. What if I can't help them with an opportunity? So whether it be you coming to sit down and you know, we have somebody help you put a resume together. We have somebody to teach you to conduct a proper job interview, and just allow them to know that it's more to life than just hustling, just the streets.
That's right. Give somebody a suit and a pair of shoes.
Yeah, and let them understand, because I mean, even me coming up, like I say, I've been blessed, and through my tragedy that made me give my life to Christ, I start to see what God allowed me to do, to be able to go and be a college grad, to when I was in high school to be president of my class, but to still be a product of my environment, which was the hood, and that easy money it comes in. And what people don't understand is that sometimes you're not addicted to the money. You're addicted to that lifestyle. To like, you know, to those many people to know you, oh, that's such and such coming through, or that's who he is, or the cars, and to me it was never that. It was the facet of the money and the lifestyle. But realizing that through Christ, man, there's no better way. He gonna provide all your needs.
Wow.
And that's just where we at. And it's not only young men. We don't want to just reach black men. We want to reach everybody as a whole, because Christ traveled with 12 disciples for a reason. And all of them were different in their own ways. So if I can't speak the language or can't touch a man, it's not going to do me any good not to be surrounding myself with people that can touch that person. Whether it's a young white man or a young Asian man or whatever it is, if we can't reach them where they're at, just like my brother was saying, like the disciples, we got to go to where they're at, to where they feel comfortable. And once we make them comfortable with us, it's easy for them to trust us. It's easy for them to trust what we're doing. You know, just like you, for an example, your march. Instead of just on the radio saying what you're going to do, for them to start seeing your face and see people in what they're doing, it means a lot more to people, because they say, hey, I can relate to them. So even if all we're doing is breaking the ice and allowing them to be able to reach out to us just to talk, we're not saying, hey, the first day you talk to us, give your life to Christ. Yeah. But what we're doing is, like you said, planting that seed and allowing them to know, hey, we got somebody to go talk to, somebody that can relate to us, somebody that knows the struggle and where we've been. And that's our biggest struggle. And like I say, it's not only men, black, whites, it's women. Antoine's wife's involved in the group. We have a couple women that just wanted to help young women as far as, thinking that the only way to be accepted is to, give your body away to a man or go out there and have babies at a young age, not realizing how important their body is, how what God created them to be. And that's all we're trying to do. Just something unconventional, outside the walls, whether we have a basketball night, a bowling night, a Frankie's night. Just give people a chance to be themselves, yet understand to allow God's light to shine through us.
Well, I'm truly looking forward to it. It's I love hearing men talk about God and Christ and just everything that you guys are doing, and it's needed. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely needed. So once you have a launch, because have you launched yet?
Yeah, we meet, but right now we're trying to, like you say, lunch and get out there and allow people to see us, because we also know through that myself, I'm still growing. Antoine's still growing. He's further along in his walk than I am. But also to let them know, hey, through this walk, you got somebody that's going through it with you. It's not, I'm telling you, I've been saved 15 years and I'm trying to relate to where you at. I'm still there. I'm still growing. I'm still walking.
Oh, yeah, and people dig transparency. You know, they like people that keep it real. You know what I'm saying? That's, I told someone the other day, I can dress up like I was dressed yesterday when I spoke at the funeral, or I can dress like this and just, I'm the same person.
Right.
Either way, it doesn't change me. It doesn't change who I am or where I'm from or anything, and I think that it's a great thing for you all to decide that, you know what, based on my tragedy, my life, everything I've been through, it's time for us to step out. So I truly appreciate you guys for that. If somebody wanted to get in touch with you, what do they need to do?
Be honest, you can reach me direct. My name is Antonio HAILSTOCK. My number is 864-933-7341. We're putting together a Facebook page. Neither one of us are into the Facebook scene. So.
But Antoine just started his
I just started back.
So they can look you up, right, Antoine?
Yeah, they can. Antoine Payton. Also reach me direct, 864-238-6865. We should try to have this Facebook up by sometime this week.
Okay.
And also Gmail, AntoinePayton32@gmail.com. That's ANTOINEPADEN32@gmail.com.
And you can reach me on my email, ahailstorm31, AHILSTORM31@gmail.com.
All right, that's what's up. And ladies, don't be doggone sending them no crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't be.
Why you checking mine?
I know. I heard you on Traci's show. I just want to reach out to you. No, it ain't gonna be. There ain't none of that. We're gonna keep this thing professional. All right. But hey, you guys, on this show we give shout outs. Go ahead and give me them shout outs.
I first want to shout out my mother, Michelle Payton, for being so strong in this time of loss of my little brother, her baby boy. And man, I just want to shout out her. That's the only person I want to shout out.
That's awesome.
I definitely, first and foremost, my God and Savior for even allowing us this opportunity. Because I know it's through His grace and mercy and His love that we're able to be here right now and speak to everybody. New Mount Bethel, my church, Richie Starter, my pastor, and my mother, my girlfriend, everybody that may be listening, my grandmother, everybody that has been detrimental in my growth. And I just thank you.
All right, guys, it's phenomenal having you here. Thanks for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant. And hey, that's Real Talk.
Oh, yeah.
Inspired Environmental Social Club for Girls is looking for young ladies residing in the areas of Columbia, Greenville, and Spartanburg, South Carolina, for a real treat at their lunch party. They're looking for girls from the ages of 10 through 18. The social club was formed by evangelist, motivational speaker, and talk show host Shonda T. Norman. If you have any other questions, she's coming up next in our next segment.
All right, stuck in jail, we can bail. Call J.G. Bail Bonnet, open 24 hours, 7 days a week. That number is 864-877-6200, and they serve the entire upstate. So hit up my girl, Jamie Graham. Stuck in jail, she'll bail you out. J.G. Bail Bonnet, 864-877-6200. All right, welcome back to the show. We have in the studio with us Miss Shonda Evangelist. partners, Evangelist Shonda Norman, CEO of Empowermental Social Club. What's up? What's up, Shonda?
Hey Tracy, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
All right. So tell us about it's called Inspire, right?
Yes, the name of the company is called Inspire Inc., but the name of the program is called Inspired Empowermental Social Club for young girls.
Okay. And so give us a little tell us about what people can expect when they bring their little girls to this social club.
Okay, basically what Inspired is basically there to reach and teach our young girls to encourage their self-worth, to help upbuild them, and to inspire them and let them know that they can be anything that they want to be, not based off what people tell you that you can't be, but you can be anything that you want to be. So that's basically what Inspired is.
All right, that's awesome. And what ages?
Right now is age 10 to 18.
Okay. All right, because I had a 6-year-old I was going to throw up in there. You know, I always be trying to throw Tootie and stuff.
Look, throw Tootie up in there. Look, we working on the younger ages. All right,
that's what's up. So you get ready to have a launch party, right?
I am, and the launch party will be in Columbia, South Carolina. It'll be March the 28th from 11 to 3.
Okay, and where at in Columbia? Do you have the address?
I do. It'll be at Affordable Suites Deluxe off Greystone, which the address is 150 Stone Ridge Drive.
Okay, do people have to register in advance? Would you prefer?
Yes, I would prefer you go out to Eventbrite and register, and that's just basically to give me a head count because there will be food involved, and it's also the registration is to be able to give your girls a free gift at the end.
Is there a cost?
No, there is no cost. It is free.
So I can register, I can come and eat, and I'm gonna get a gift,
Yes,
and it's
ma'am.
free.
Yes, ma'am.
Man, you know
Yes,
what, Julie?
ma'am.
She said between 10 and 18.
Julie, I'm 18.
Well, the parents can come too. We encourage the parents to
Thank you,
come with the kids.
Thank you, Shonda. Had a little hate over there on my age, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm 18. You know. So how'd you get involved? How did you get started with Inspire?
Well, Inspired was actually birthed from my own personal experiences, things that I went through at a younger age. I was actually molested as a child at the age of 7. That kind of tore me up from age 7 to 13. So I was kind of lost, didn't have anybody there to really tell me that I could be more than what my past said I couldn't be. I went through life, different jobs, different relationships, had a mental breakdown at the age of 30, wanted to commit suicide, just felt like there was just nowhere for me to turn. And then one day the Lord spoke to me and he gave me 4 letters, and the letters were hope. And I was like, what do you want me to do with this? And at that time I thought he wanted me to create an organization called Hope. But in realization, he was letting me know that there is hope throughout the tragedy that you went through. And Inspired came about last year. And I was like, well, you gave me hope, but now it's Inspired. And the Lord allowed me to see, well, I gave you the hope that would inspire you throughout the things that you went through, even though the things you went through seemed tragic, but they gave you the strength. And now I need you to go out there and empower and inspire someone else the way that I did with you. And so I said, okay, Lord. So here we go. Here we are with Inspired.
So with your program, are you going to be something where you'll do activities monthly or every other month, or how often will you meet with the young ladies?
Actually, we'll put together workshops once a month. Every third quarter or so, we'll have activities where we go out within the community, or we go out and take trips and things like that. But my main focus is the workshops, to where that I can really go in and teach the curriculum. We have a curriculum called Girls in Real Life Situations. This was a curriculum that was written by 2 actual teachers, high school teachers, and it deal with real life situations that girls now go throughout a daily basis. So I want to go in and touch the core of the situations, to really deal with those situations and let them know that you are not alone. I've been through those same things, and look at me now. If I've been through them and I can overcome them, so can you.
Wow. I used to write a book.
You know, everybody tell me that, Tracy.
You know, I never knew that you were molested at 7 years old. That's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so from 7 to 13, you kind of like shut down. Of course, you had to. Or did you
No.
turn into a vigilante? Was you crazy?
I was that. From 7. And see, the interesting part about it, what people don't know, I was molested by my stepfather. And I had to continue to live in the house from age 7 to 13. And everybody said, how did you do that? How was you able to still live there and still call him,
go to sleep.
and still call him daddy and, things of that nature? And I say, you know what? I never understood it until I got older. And the Lord see that when you thought nobody was there for you, I was always there for you. I was there for you when your mother wasn't there for you, when your father wasn't there for you. I was there for you, covering you, protecting you. That's why I was able to, age of 30, when I had the mental breakdown, was able to go back and forgive him. How can you forgive him? I said, well, in order to birth what it is that's in me, I have to forgive first. And so that's what happened.
Wow, that's phenomenal. I mean, when I see stories about children that have been molested or abused or whatever, I'm always thinking, what in the world is going on? And back in the day, it was more like taboo. So people knew it was happening, but it was those closet issues where nobody talked about it like they talk about it now. And so it's like now people are acting like it's just now started happening.
Right.
But no, I was raised in a black family, so I know that especially in the black household, a lot of that took place where, we were, not me, but I mean, we have families that have suffered abuse and, different things like that, sexual abuse, mental abuse, everything, physical. And now to thank God for the internet, that portion of the internet is good because people can get their stories out, and a lot of people have a story to tell. I mean, people get raped. It's just terrible. And when I look at a lot of my friends and where they come from, a lot of them share your story. And so not only are you helping these young girls, but you're inspiring others that have been sexually abused because that is traumatic.
Right, it is. And I look at young girls today, the ones that act out, and a lot of people say, well, they're acting out for attention, they're acting out because they're bad, they're this, they're that. No, you have to get to the core. Why are they acting out? Is there something going on at home? Is there something, there's a deeper issue, and in order for people to understand that, you have to been in that situation because I was like that. I acted out. I ran away from home. I snuck out the windows, tried to commit suicide, tried to hang myself 3 times. And by the grace of God, I'm still here. Took an overdose while pregnant with my first son, was admitted to a psychiatric ward for a whole week. And see, I went through all this and nobody could really understand on the outside. Why are you doing this? You're doing this for attention. It's like, no, y'all don't know what happened to me behind closed doors. I'm doing this because I'm reaching out, and I don't know how to reach out without putting it out there until God said, you just gonna have to put it out there and tell people what it is that you're going through, because you're not the only one that's going through it. Somebody else is too. And when I start doing that and I start speaking different places and start telling my story, you would see the faces, the tears, people start coming forth, and it's like, I thought I was the only one. And it's like, no, you're not the only one.
Wow. So how can someone get in touch with you to get their child involved with Inspired?
Right now we have a Facebook page where you can go out to Inspired Ministries Inc., which is INC, and look us up there and keep in contact with us to see what we have going on as far as our events and things of that nature. Or you can also reach out at me. My personal Facebook page is Evangelist Shonda T. Norman. That's another way. Or you can email me at we2careforyou@yahoo.com.
Wow, that's what's up. And Shonda, on this show we give shout outs. So go ahead and give us those shout outs.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to my mother, because without her, I wouldn't be here today. Also, give a shout out to my loving husband, who's been very supportive. Even when he didn't understand my vision, he still was supportive of it. And just give a shout out to my team, Melissa Alexander, Alex Alexander, and Monica Lamb. Those people have been a big inspiration to me. As far as working hard hours, traveling up the road here and there with me, and just really inspiring me. So I thank God for them.
Wow. Well, thank you, Shonda, for being such a big inspiration. You've inspired me today. I truly appreciate you for being on Real Talk, Traci Fant, and that's Real Talk.
Thank you.
Next. Arsenal.
right, and that song right there was My Girl by Jerry Adams, and Jerry Adams in the studio today. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, how y'all doing?
You're doing great. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you.
I like
you.
My Girl, not only because, because of the history of the song, but the tone and everything that you've changed up. Your style is so different.
Yes,
right?
it is.
When
Yes,
you sent me your MP3, I was like, wow, okay, this is kind of blues, country, R&B type, brown-eyed, what'd you call it?
I call it brown-eyed country soul.
Brown-eyed country soul. You got that, Julie?
Brown-eyed country soul.
Brown eyes. My eyes supposed to be brown.
Yeah, brown eyes, country soul,
country
man.
soul.
I like it. So tell us what got you started. I know I read your bio and it said that you had a history of like people in your family that sang and different stuff like that. So is that how you got started? I mean, when did you realize you had it?
I suppose when I was a little bitty kid, I'm kind of old, and we had to work the fields when I was small.
Wait, you worked the cotton field?
Cotton fields. I worked the cotton fields.
Try to give him bruh. Say bruh something. Make some kind of sound effect with that.
Bruh.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. And while in the cotton fields, I would stand up and sing.
I bet.
I would stand up and sing. And,
I'd have been angry.
And I decided I wasn't going to pick no more cotton.
That's why I'd have walked off.
So I would be singing, and my mom, they sang gospel, gospel songs in the cotton field, and I would join in. But they would work and sing, while they're picking cotton. I'm standing up, and I suppose the cows and the trees and the cotton stalks was my audience, and I was singing to the audience.
See, I'd have been like this. He ain't working, boss. He ain't working, boss.
My mom, when I wasn't working, back then, they had the cotton stalk with the bows on them.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Well,
You can't be old enough to pick cotton.
Trust me.
Are you serious?
Trust
I
me.
believe that.
I don't even know how a cotton field look. When my son was in the play last year, and I actually got to see how a little cotton look when it's on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I bet your fingers was all messed up, and you got pretty hands. How'd you?
Because I stopped picking cotton.
I know that's right, man. Get out the field, brother. Get out the field. So anyway, so you started singing, and
I started singing as a child and going to school back in the day. I remember in the elementary school, I used to win all the talent shows doing James Brown and imitating Elvis Presley and stuff like that. Winning talent shows. Went on to high school to have a little band. Sang with the band. Worked in the nightclub. Once my mama allowed me to work in nightclubs, I was still too young. Then after I graduated from high school, went to college, Gardner-Webb University in Bowling Springs, North Carolina. And I've just been singing. And I was working, making like 6 figures a year, every year. Mm-hmm. I got tired of that. I want to sing.
Wow.
So
he was like, Mama, I want to sing.
So I
like,
stopped that.
She probably said, Sydney Portier, if you don't get back in there,
I know.
cotton field and take that. But you know what? That's great because, that's your passion.
Yeah.
You got to do what you're passionate about. And a lot of people, you share a lot of the story that a lot of people share. They leave jobs and everything. Mm-hmm. And then some people are like, okay, what am I going to do now? But you knew what you were going to do.
I knew what I was going to do. Whether I made money or not, I was going to do this. I would do something on the side, to make a little bit of money. But this is what I want to do, because you can't do 2 things at one time. Either you sing or you live. You go to work from 9 to 5 and work for the man. You can't do anything. You can't make anything if you're working for the man. You have to be your own boss.
Wow.
So you can follow your dreams.
Be a boss. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. So, now this song, My Girl, is actually on your first CD, correct?
No.
Which CD is that off of?
Because
you had so many. I was just trying to pull them up. I'm like, wow, your YouTube is exploding.
It's off the Rock You. You played that one time. It's off the Rock You CD.
Okay.
The first CD I did was Cinderella. That's my most favorite song.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that. I listened to that also. I just tried to go down and see which one was like most recent with a lot of hits on YouTube and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I said, okay, this one, and because I did a little research on it, checked you out a little bit. I said, okay, yeah, he's worthy of the show. Not just playing anybody, just playing. You made the cut.
All right, so I've never heard your music, and I'm interested now because I like the way some of those songs sounded that she played. Mm-hmm. So you have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel, Reverb Nation. I'm everywhere.
He is, man. He is, because like I said, I'm glad that you contacted me. We have a lot of hip hop and R&B and different things like that in here. So you change it up a little bit. You change up the game. Yeah. You bring a little different flavor to the table.
Yeah.
Are you performing anywhere?
Yeah. I last did, I'm gonna say, Crunk Fest.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Right.
Yeah, somewhere way off in Georgia.
Yeah.
I had fun. Those guys, everyone was great. But had a good time. And I have a lot of stuff going on this month as well.
Wow, that's awesome. Do you sing a cappella?
I can sing a little bit a cappella, yes.
Let me hear you sing something. Hit that, my girl, or something.
Okay, I do, make no mistake. The very next time you fall in love, make no mistake. 'Cause if you do, my friend, you know your life might be at stake. Listen, if you say you love her, then prove you do. Take no time, my friend. Remember the last time. Come on and make no mistake. Make no mistake.
Oh. Well, you can blow. All right, then. All right, that's good. That was good. Well, man, I'm so happy that you were able to come on the show. So how can somebody get your CD? Or do you have a CD like pressed right now, or is it just online? Or what's up?
It's pressed. If they want the hard copy, I have some, and then if they want, they can go to Take Music Group. Music Group. That's who published my first CD.
Okay.
Really, you can just go by anyway. CDBaby.com.
Okay, that's what I was
Reverb
going to say. CD
Nation,
Baby, Reverb. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Well, I do have a question because I know you said you went to school in North Carolina. Where are you from? Are you from South Carolina or North Carolina?
I'm originally from North Carolina.
Yeah, he's from North Carolina.
And been living here for the last...
He picked cotton in North
Well, that's what I'm
Carolina.
going to say. What city are you from in North Carolina?
Shelby, Cleveland County.
Okay. Because my father-in-law's from Bladenboro, and I do know when I go to Bladenboro, I see cotton fields up there, like recently, and so that's what I was wondering.
I think I last picked cotton in 1972.
Dang. I wasn't even like,
I wasn't even born yet.
For real?
you know what
I
I'm
was
saying?
born in 73. So.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up, then. Well, thank you so much, Jerry, for being on the show. I want you to stick around because I definitely want to get a picture with you.
Okay.
All right. On this show, we give shout-outs, so go ahead and give those shout-outs.
I just want to give a shout out to everyone, all my supporters, my two little kids. I call them the freeloaders. Ruby and Elvis Adams, my girlfriend, Bianca Glenn, just everyone who supported me and bought me this for. Thanks, shout out to the older man upstairs, for bringing me out this way. And all my Facebook fans and all my fans, everywhere. Just thank you. Shout out to everyone.
All right. Shout out to you too, Jerry, and thank you for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant. And hey, that's Real Talk.
Okay, thank you.
All right. He's an actor. He's a spectacular actor. He does a lot of stuff.
Right.
He's all over the place. And he just met President Obama. What's up, Justin?
What's up?
Introducing Mr. Justin Merrick back in the studio with us again. Man, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you for, not just meeting the president, but you do get a little extra kudos for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm proud of you for everything you're doing.
Thank
the movie
you.
just was released yesterday with, what's her name? Oh, man.
Alfred Woodard?
Alfred
It actually
Woodard.
comes out March 26th.
What's today? Oh, okay, March 26th.
It's
My
not
bad. I
March
thought it said
26th.
March 15th.
No,
I'm
March
sorry, my bad.
26th.
See, but I remembered your name. I didn't even remember Alfred's name, so we know who the star is, right? That's
Right.
what's up. Well, I'm proud of you for that. Is it going to be in theaters or what's up? It's going to be on.
Like where, ma'am?
Man, talk to me.
Well, we're having a premiere for it in like this big nice theater in New York, and then after that,
He see
would
his
hope
mama
so.
was like behind me. He was like, man, you talk to me. Don't talk. But so you having a movie premiere in New
yes,
York?
we are. Yes,
that's
we
what's
are.
up, that's
I'm
what's up.
like really crazy excited about it, and of course, we're going up there, so I'm like mad excited about it.
Oh, that's what's up. All right. So how was it meeting the president? What happened? Your mom wrote him a letter, right?
Right, she wrote him a letter, and then after that, because this was before we went to the White House, we went to the White House and saw him get into his helicopter.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of that.
Mhm,
Right,
that was like really, really cool. And she wrote the letter before that, and by the time they responded, we were like, well, we already saw the president, so like it's sort of like it's no good now. So, and then after that, they sent us another email about like watching the State of the Union, and then after that, they sent we got an email about meeting the president. It was like on Monday. We were just like real chill, and then Mom called me in, and she read out the email and was like, "And you and your son are invited, President Barack Obama at Benedict College," and I was like, okay, like it didn't really like sink in until
Right.
and that was like Monday the 2nd, and so we had to meet him on like Friday, which was like the 6th, I think, and and it didn't really like hit me until we were like Tuesday and Wednesday when we went shopping for an outfit. Like, holy crap, I'm meeting Barack Obama. Like, that's when it like really sunk in. And they also like as time went by, we also got like further confirmation about like where to go and like little detail stuff like that.
Right. See, I'm sorry, the president was pretty cool, but I want to meet Michelle Obama. I mean, Barack, he all right and everything. I mean, you know, he is running the country and stuff. But Michelle, you know, she doing her behind the scenes thing. Plus, she got mad swag. Did you see her on Ellen dancing?
I
She
did
can
see her on
dance.
Ellen's.
The first lady can dance. She's
Yeah.
all that in a bag of chips.
Surprised me. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know she could dance like that.
I saw her dance on Sesame Street or something, and she's on my bucket list. You know what I'm saying? So it's her and Ellen, and we starting a campaign for me to meet both of them. So I just wanted to let you know that. So if you ever get a letter saying you and your mama can meet Michelle Obama, I'm your mama that day.
Oh.
We just gonna have to, yes.
We just gonna have to like
Miss
switch
Lisa,
birth certificates and everything.
Miss Lopez gonna have to step to the side. That's my bucket list person. Go ahead, Julie. I know you about to say something.
Well, I don't know if Tracy, did you know that he had met President Barack Obama? One day last week, I had recorded the show or something. I think that's the day we were on there doing the prom dress drive or something. And they showed his segment. So I'm sitting here recording the TV like, oh my God, Justin.
Oh yeah, I seen it before. I mean, I knew before.
Oh, okay.
I knew leading up to, because I follow his page and me and his mom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I knew he was gonna meet him and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Did you get to actually speak with him, or he was just in the room and
He said he don't do selfies, right?
Yeah, like he told me himself he doesn't do selfies. I was like, no, because I really wanted a selfie with him. But however, we did get our photo taken by the official White House photographer, so that's probably even better than a selfie, you know?
Right. Now I don't know about that now. I don't know if it's better. It's probably neck and neck.
I mean,
with a
I'm trying to make myself feel better about not getting a selfie. That's why I'm saying it like that.
I got you.
I'm like, all right, come on, Justin. You and like
See,
we're
but
waiting
if it
for
was
the
me,
picture.
you know, I'd have had some of my friends we'd have been hood with, nah, Barack, you gonna take this selfie. Oh, you gonna take this selfie today?
I don't know. Secret Service was pretty. They were like surprisingly relaxed, I think. But I think that's because they were all like VIP.
No, they
members,
always
so
relax. You see how people breaking into the White House
I
all
know,
willy-nilly now? People jumping the fence, running cars into the White House.
Yeah.
No, Secret Service is always chill.
I also got a picture with Eric Holder and the Secretary of State.
Okay.
It was like literally like say like Barack Obama was like right here, and then Eric Holder was like right there. It was.
Yeah, but they that's
They were
that's
like
cool
that
and everything.
close. It is cool.
But you know, it's not like the president though. What if they say, you know what, you can't take a picture with the president today, we're gonna let you take one with Eric Holder? Would you have been as excited? Tell the truth. This is Real Talk with Traci Fant.
They gonna put me on the spot
Yeah,
like this.
kinda.
You wrong for that.
It ain't like Eric Holder listening, but if he is, shout out to Eric Holder for being one of my listeners.
Why you going?
Shout out to President Barack Obama
Don't
for
put me on
listening
the spot
to Real
like
Talk.
this.
You know what I'm saying? They might be listening. You never know.
I mean,
How did he smell? Did President Obama smell good? Did he have?
I mean, he didn't stink. If that's what you asked,
No, I'm
like
saying-
it was like a odor or anything. Like,
See, that's why you should have had me with you instead of your mother. 'Cause I'd have smelled his neck. I'd have smelled his neck.
whoa,
Yeah, I'd have been like, oh,
Whoa.
she said,
whoa,
would have went out with a bang.
just got weird.
First of all, you couldn't take a selfie. So did you get up close to him though? You stood beside him?
Yeah, like me and my mom were like right beside him, so his arms like actually around us, cause it was actually over my
And
shoulder.
you ain't
but it
smell his
probably-
cologne?
No, I
He
didn't.
ain't no Versace in
That
there?
would have been weird if I did. Just
No,
imagine
just
how
saying.
that would look. Like it would look weird if I did.
No,
that.
you ain't
Like,
have to just actually sniff them. I'm saying, was it like a, you know, Julie, somebody got on some cologne? Like,
No, I didn't.
If you got some good cologne
Like, I
on,
actually
like I
didn't.
smell pretty good. You ain't really got to be up on me.
I mean, I didn't really smell anything.
Really? He smelled plain?
Yeah,
Tracy,
like-
what do you think? You think the president smells good or something? I mean,
I
what
would
do you
think so.
mind?
He's
Well, I
the
mean, like,
president.
think about
Yeah,
what
he
if he
smell like
like-
Versace.
What if he meets a
Jeff
dignitary?
smells like Versace.
and then-
You know what I'm saying? Jeff smells. What if he's what now?
I mean, what if he meets a dignitary and then like they're allergic to that Versace cologne, and then boom, they're sick, and now they think the president like started something. It's like, ah, crap, you know, like
So he just smelled like soap. He just was plain.
yeah, just like
soap.
Ivory soap. Back in the day, soap. They ain't working, boss. And they got Irish soap.
Oh, wow.
So
Man,
y'all,
that's not.
that's where y'all minds at, huh? That's
Kind of where my mind went.
Wow.
Yeah, I wanted to know how he smelled. That was like the one question I had for you.
Wow.
Now I'm trying to think of something else to say. I guess I'll let Julie ask you something.
What was the experience like?
So what type of questions did he ask you? Did he ask you anything, or you did all the talking?
It was like a very short meeting. It was literally, we just literally got like a picture with him and a handshake, and the handshake was firm. I'll say that much. The handshake was firm.
He almost broke your hand.
No, it wasn't like that type of handshake.
Oh,
It wasn't like, but yeah.
What if you'd have fell on the floor though? Boy, that would have been a trip.
Yeah, that would have been embarrassing.
Wow.
And then, and he also complimented my outfit, him and Eric Holder.
Oh, you had on a nice outfit. I saw your little jacket and everything.
Yes, I was
your
fresh
little
that
red
day.
shoes.
Yes, I was fresh.
I was proud of you. Who picked that up?
Mom.
I figured that. Shout out. Look at Lisa back there smiling.
I came up with the concept for the red, but then she went and actually worked out the details. So
You look very nice. You look
it was
very
a collaboration
dapper.
between the both of us. I'm trying to take some credit here, but
I said, look at little Justin, his little outfit with his little red shoes, going to meet the president. I was proud. I'm proud of you though.
Thank
seriously.
you.
Like I say, I follow you on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? A lot of other people probably follow you, but I mean, I follow you because I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? I think that what you're doing is phenomenal.
Thank you.
And I think that we need to start giving our people in this community more props. Like, I ain't saying he should get the key to the city because I think I should get that. But I think that they should get...
Hold up. Now, how you gonna get the key to the city and leave me out? Like, what happens if I get in late?
Did you miss
like,
the march?
Well,
You missed the march.
No, what happens if I get in late? Like, how am I supposed to get in now? Like, I mean,
The
I
city
do live
closes.
here.
Everybody knows the city closes at 10:39 p.m.
But what happens if I'm just late? It's just bad traffic. Like, how am I supposed to get in?
Come back the next day.
That's gonna do me greasy like this. That's
Well,
messed up. You wrong for that.
I think that people need to give him more accolades. What you think, Julie?
I agree, and that's why when I saw the video, I immediately put it on Facebook and said, look, he met the president.
Because how old are you now? 12?
16.
Oh, 16. I'm just playing. I always pick at you about your age because he plays a kid in his movies because he's gifted. I mean, he's but blessed to look young, basically. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing in the industry until you be like Gary Coleman and you just like a old young person. Then that don't work. Ain't nobody gonna book you for your talent.
No.
Anyway.
That's depressing.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, Justin, but I kind of went there. Compared him to Gary Coleman. However, you're a lot taller. And you're a better actor. I'll put it like that.
Oh, well, thank you.
See, that's what I do. I know how to clean stuff up pretty well. So, Justin, like I said, I'm super proud of you. I think that more people need to have you on their shows, you know what I'm saying, radio shows, TV shows, whatever. We need to show you love because you're a young person doing something positive in the community and positive with your life. I'm sure it's hard being an actor and hard traveling and doing everything you're doing and making good grades and staying on point.
It is.
And so, shout out to your parents for cracking that whip because I know it's all about them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they stay on it.
That's what's up. They should.
They are.
So, Justin, when your next venture, when you meet the president or whatever, and like I said, if you get an email about the first lady, you better call me. I ain't playing.
I will.
All right. But
I'll tell her I'm bringing Aunt Traci with me.
Tell her. Your next venture, make sure you keep in touch with me and you let me know what's going on with you because we really want to keep you on the show, keep having you as a guest. I don't know if the listeners know, but this is Justin's second time, but it's not his last time being on Real Talk with Traci Fant. Justin, go on and give me those shout outs.
I'd like to shout out God, yay God, and I'd like to shout out Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, and just like all my supporters. And of course, Traci Fant and her whole crew for having me today.
All right, shout out to you, Justin. Thank you for being on Real Talk with Traci Fant. Shout out to our listeners. Hey, y'all, we coming up on that 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
Next Sunday is going to be a year. We need to make it spectacular, probably like fireworks and firecrackers and, what else, Julie? Food? What can we do?
We need to do something big, but also, listeners, please go to the South Carolina Music Awards and vote for Traci Fant for Radio Personality of the Year.
That's right, I forgot
the Traci
that.
Fant Show.
How can I forget that?
Yeah, so please go out and vote for her.
Vote for me. www.scmusicawards.com. That's what's up. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Hey, that's Real Talk.